Ah, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome everybody to another Daily Splat port story. So today's story is a continuation of a previous story. Last time I told you about the tale of the 2-litre bottle of what was apparently port, which was drunk by a friend of mine. Now this story concerns that friend again, and the only other time he has drank port. Today I'll be taking names from the publication Dan Brown, The Lost Symbol. As I've mentioned before, it is to protect the innocent and also to protect the guilty. So, today's port story goes as such. So my friend, Langdon, who was Horace in the previous story, myself and Langdon were invited to a social event at another friend of ours, Mason. Mason had said this was going to be a fairly boozy event. I, of course, brought along a bottle of Brown Brothers Australian Tawny, to which my companion, Langdon, spoke foully of, recalling his previous experience. He was insisting that he was just going to stick with the beers which had been promised. Anyway, we arrived at the venue. Mason was there, as were Washington and Catherine, even though that's a boy, and several others who will remain nameless for now. Anyway, we get to the party, we enjoy ourselves, we have a couple of drinks, we watch the odd bad film. Anyway, it gets to later in the evening, and Mason, our host, suggests we play a game of Circle of Death. For those of you who don't know what Circle of Death is, you get a pack of 52 playing cards, shuffle them up, put them in a ring, all connected, around a central empty vessel, like a vase or a big glass or something. The idea is, you pull a card, it has a number on it, or king, queen or jack, and they have different rules. Now if it's say a red 5, you take 5 drinks. If it's a black 5, you tell somebody else to take 5 drinks. Kings, queens and jacks all have special rules, and the glass in the middle, slowly over the course of the game, gets filled with a mixture of whatever people are drinking. Now this game requires a basic alcohol for you to drink and a second alcohol for you to shoot. Now we had plenty of basic alcohol, beer and such, but we had no secondary alcohol. Unfortunately, the whiskey that was supposed to be there was not. All that was available was the port I had brought. To which my friend Langdon opposed most objectionably. But I told him, you'll just have to play your cards right and hope you don't have to take a shot at any point. He played along. We had some japes. At one point, Langdon had to wear the dress that belonged to Mason's partner, Anderson. Anyway, all the hijinks and abandon was going on when, unfortunately for dear Langdon, he had to take a shot of actual port. He faced up to it like a gentleman. He took it, consumed it, and spoke of how it didn't taste right, how it tasted awful. Within 60 seconds, I discovered that, due to his previous condition, we had created a Pavlovian response with his tongue. You see, whenever poor Langdon tastes a lovely fortified wine, he feels the need to vomit. And alas, Poor Langdon did. Now, he had the mental fortitude about him still to say, I need to go find a toilet very quickly. He went, he had a clean delivery, and he returned to finish playing the game. And instead of taking the port, he just had to down a whole biddy for his next shot. Anyway, the poor bugger has this this Pavlovian response to port now, and I fear I may have damaged him beyond all repair. He will never drink it again, but now at least if he is poisoned by eating, say, a poisonous mushroom, and we need to get out of him quickly, I'll be at hand with something helpful. Anyway, that was today's port story. Tune in next Tuesday, where there will be another one of these adventures, retold to you, with some soft jazz in the background. I must go now, and maybe even create a new port story for next time. Until then, bye-bye.